For decades, the Golden State Killer haunted California, leaving behind a trail of terror, broken families, and unanswered questions. Who was this monster who managed to evade justice for over 40 years? Between 1974 and 1986, a wave of brutal crimes shook the state of California. He started as a prowler, then a rapist, then a killer, changing names as he moved from city to city. He was known by many nicknames: the East Area Rapist, the Original Night Stalker, the Diamond Knot Killer. But for decades, no one knew his true name. The first attacks began in the Sacramento area in 1976. A masked intruder broke into homes at night, targeting women living alone or with children. He would stalk his victims for days, learning their routines, before striking with terrifying precision. Often he tied up entire families, ransacked their homes, and left psychological scars that lasted a lifetime. Police were baffled by his ability to slip away unnoticed. As months passed, the attacks spread: Stockton, Modesto, Davis, and then to Southern California. The methods were always the same: forced entry, threats, taunting phone calls, a cold and calculating approach. Victims and communities lived in fear, changing their daily lives, installing extra locks, buying guns. Despite massive police efforts, the rapist seemed unstoppable, his identity hidden behind a ski mask. Investigators noticed peculiar details. The attacker often left strange knots in ropes, sometimes stole only small personal items, and sent bizarre poems and letters to local newspapers. He taunted law enforcement and the public, writing, "You'll never catch me." The media began to call him the East Area Rapist. Communities organized neighborhood watch programs, and public panic reached new heights. Police even held town meetings, but at one of these, the killer was likely sitting in the crowd, listening to every word. Survivors described him as methodical, cold, and driven by power, a man who enjoyed causing fear. In 1979, the violence escalated. The attacker began killing his victims, sometimes couples, sometimes entire families. He was now dubbed the Original Night Stalker, responsible for at least 13 murders and over 50 rapes. The cases spanned hundreds of miles and involved dozens of police departments. Despite tireless investigations, hundreds of suspects, and countless hours, the Golden State Killer remained a ghost. Investigators failed to connect the crimes until new forensic technology became available. In the 1980s, DNA evidence was collected, but there was no national database to match samples. The case went cold for decades, until the 2010s, when genetic genealogy changed everything. Detectives uploaded DNA from crime scenes to open-source genealogy websites. In 2018, a distant relative's DNA finally led investigators to a 72-year-old man named Joseph James D'Angelo. He was arrested at his home, an unassuming former police officer. In 2020, D'Angelo pled guilty to 13 murders and dozens of rapes. Survivors and victims' families faced him in court, finally getting some closure after so many years of fear and pain. The Golden State Killer will spend the rest of his life in prison, but many questions about his motives remain unanswered. The Golden State Killer's story is a chilling reminder that evil can hide in plain sight. But it's also a story of persistence, science, and the courage of survivors who refused to stay silent. Some mysteries do get solved, even after decades. How many more secrets might be uncovered by those who never give up? Subscribe for more true crime documentaries.